Hola gente de YouTube, estamos aquí en este coso que va de Stanley Parable en castellano, como veis, que me costó un huevo ponerlo en castellano. Y vamos a jugar a ver cómo va esto.
This is the story of a man named
Dios,
Stanley.
por fin cargó. Vale.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building.
No sé cuántos años está esto. No es aquí. Se me odio. Ahí está. Normal, ¿no? Es que, tío, sí que fallas. Normal. Venga.
Where
Vale, da igual. Es un tío que está en una oficina y que te van como narrando una historia y tú decides hacerle caso o no. ¿Vale? Va así la historia.
all of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Sala de reuniones. Bueno, vamos a hacer reuniones.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
O sea, a ver. Este juego trata de hacerle caso o no hacerle caso. Pues por no, por la derecha. Ah, no sé. No, por la derecha.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Sí, solo para mirarla, claro. Claro que sí. Vamos a mirar la sala de reuniones. ¡Oh, qué bonita!
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Me paré allí, apareciendo... No me paré. No me puedo parar. No me puede parar.
Yes.
Sí, realmente.
Worth it being here in the room.
Qué
A
guapo
room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings.
Claro
Really
que
worth
sí.
it.
Realmente lo vale. Una cafetera.
At this point, Stanley's obsession with this room bordered on creepy and reflected poorly on his overall personality. It's possible that this is why everyone left.
Vamos a seguir porque el tío se está
But at
yendo
last,
del
he'd
tema.
had enough of the amazing room and took the first open door on his left to get back to business.
O sea, hay que ir por aquí, pero no por aquí.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Espera, ¿y si voy para atrás ahora? ¡No! ¡Cerrar la puerta! ¡Qué cabrón! Vale. A ver, ¿qué por aquí no?
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley. Someone you've forgotten about. Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her. This is it, Stanley.
ella.
Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life. She's been waiting.
Joder. A ver, no sé. ¡Ey!
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this.
Ese ya
To
está.
reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another,
¿Lo
then pick
desenchufo
up the
o lo
phone.
cojo? No, es que quiero saber qué pasa si lo cojo. Venga, va. Le hago caso por una vez al tío este. ¿Eh?
Oh,
What?
Stanley, is that you? Hold on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right. right now. I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha! Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife who'd want to commit their life to you? I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
¡Qué hijo de puta! ¡Qué hijo de puta, tío!
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
¿Eh?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Joder.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do. Now he's pushing a button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home. Now he's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
Hijo de puta. No, no voy a presionar más T. No voy a presionar T, no voy a presionar T. Quiero irme fuera de aquí. Fuera. Fuera. Sácame de aquí. Sácame de aquí. Joder.
But in his mind, he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands. It was wonderful. And each day that he returned to work was a reminder that none of it would ever happen to him.
Z para mirar la televisión. ¿Será la televisión? No, ¿cuál es la televisión? Ah, venga, Z.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job. First, he imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had suddenly vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly. So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
8 para preparar... Joder.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls. And down another was a yellow line that weaved in many directions. And down another was a game with a baby. And he called it the Stanley Parable.
Joder, con las
It was
teclitas.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he
No
might
tenía que haber
always
pillado el
feel
teléfono.
this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time. But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always has. Nothing has changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets. The more he forgets which life is the real one. And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Para estar en el trabajo por la mañana. Pues no lo pulso. Pulso A. O S, D, F, G, H, A. Uy, que se puso botón O. Pero no. No. Entonces, ¿qué puedo hacer yo? ¿Qué le dé? Me pulsado. Oh. Ah, no, es el cero entonces.
You see?
Sí, es el cero.
Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
Dios. Para cuestionar nada.
I suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley. We're not so different, I suppose. I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I tried again, and Stanley pushed a button. And I...
What? Acabo de morirme. Acabo de morirme. En serio, pero ¿cómo morir? O sea, sí. Hala, morí. No tiene sentido el juego este. Tiene sentido que me muera yo así solo. Pero no tiene sentido. Vale, dejadme en los comentarios si os gustó el juego. Dale like y ¿qué queréis que haga? Que no le haga ningún caso, que le haga caso a veces y a veces no. Lo que queráis. Y lo intentaré hacer, pero este juego es una paranoia increíble. Y son las 12 casi. No, es imposible, sí. Da igual, son las 11:20. Y según ponéis, las 11:20. Da igual. Bueno, lo que es que haga, dejadme en los comentarios. Hasta luego, chaval.